Again, my name is Eric Murphy. I'm the co-curator of Recovery ACT, Art, Culture, and Technology. And we have here today Kay Hickman, a photographer that's in our exhibition at Joyce Gordon Gallery. And I also want to give a shout out to Therese Iriarte Medina, my fellow curator who connected me with this amazing photographer, Kay. And yeah, so we're just gonna kind of like jump right into it, and just want to, kind of let our audience know a little bit about you, your background, how you got started into photography.
Okay. Yes, I do also wanted to give a quick shout out to T. Yeah, she's amazing, and she, thankfully connected me with you. But yeah, my name is Kay Hickman. I am from Bed-Stuy. I'm currently living in Bed-Stuy.
Woohoo.
Yeah, I love it here.
Yeah, I've been staying in the house. That's where my brother-in-law's from.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. Does he
Yeah.
still live here or
Oh no, he here in he moved to Oakland
in
and now he's
Oakland?
in Richmond. But yep, Bed-Stuy is home.
Okay. Yes,
Yep.
definitely.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I've always been interested in the arts. But in 2013, I was able to get my hands on my first camera. Um, and like I started learning about people like Gordon Parks, who showed me the power of photography. I feel like through his books and articles that he's done, like Weapons of Choice and other articles he's produced, it showed me that photography is more than just, producing a pretty picture, and it
Hmm.
actually has the power to change people's perceptions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so what were like some of your tell us about some of your other work that you got started doing, and we have your website up so people can just really get a feel of
Okay.
your amazing work too. So
Oh, cool. Um, yeah, I just love producing work that just highlights the beauty of Black and Brown people. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. We were going through your website earlier, and this is I love the like how you capture people in their moment, and
Mhm.
there were some you had of um what do we have here?
Yeah,
Like different yeah, here we are. And I like how you just capture everybody in their essence, and like it just like
right.
you don't know them, but it feel like you know them. The way you capture it is like, or it's
Hmm.
almost like I know somebody like that. It feel like it's
Uh,
somebody you know, even though you don't know them.
that's what
And
yeah, I
that's
really
the
like to
power
capture
of
like the
photography.
essence of the person.
Yeah,
Definitely.
exactly, exactly. And so, yeah, tell me about like this person here that you photographed, like
Yes. I think he
uh
actually made like the cover of Vogue a couple of years back. But
oh, really?
this was photographed at a Dance Africa. It's like an annual thing. We didn't do it this year, but it's an annual event we have in Brooklyn that people sell their African uh, streetwear or just African designs and
Just
jewelry, and yeah,
oh,
and then they have
wow.
dances. Mhm. So it's like a really cultural event. Um, this is at a festival, like they were listening to live music, and I just love I love photographing Black couples as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was pretty much all in Brooklyn, but different events,
Brooklyn.
and yeah,
Yeah,
was at
baby,
a block
Brooklyn in the
party. Yep.
house.
I just love his hairstyle. He was
I
just
know that was the main one. Like when we went to your website, I was like, I
I.
just keep stopping at, and they're all amazing, but this one I just keep stopping at,
It's like,
and like that slightly skewered angle that you
mhm.
got. I love
I
that. It
felt
just
bad because I didn't get his name because he was on the phone, and I was like, "Can I take a picture?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then he just posed, but I wasn't able to share it with him, so I feel kind of bad about that. But
yeah. Well, hopefully he'll find it now. And
I
then
know.
that actually kind of bring me to my other question is like, and you kind of covered it a little bit, but what is it like working with the subjects? Like, I know some of them is just kind of like fashion on the moment, but how do like people like react to
Right.
how did they react to you approaching them about
Mhm.
photographing them?
Yeah, with that particular photograph that you're exhibiting, I actually asked him to, I couldn't because he was at a distance, so like I kind of just pointed to my camera, and he was like, "Yeah, go ahead, take my photo." Yeah, and then I just captured it. But he did find it later on, like on Instagram, so I was able to share that he was in the exhibit in Oakland. So he was very excited
Oh,
about that.
nice,
Yeah.
nice. Nice. So we're gonna kind of go a little bit more into that one in a minute.
Okay.
I just want to kind of give our audience a little background about what we're doing here and why you are definitely one of the special people we had to have in this exhibition. So a
Mhm.
little bit of background. Me and Therese, I spoke to an artist that's also in this exhibition by the name of
Mhm.
William Rhodes. He's a
Okay.
Baltimore native, and he's living in San Francisco now. So I've been talking a while about this connection between Oakland and Brooklyn, and everybody talks about it, but nobody like really pursued into making this like sister cities.
Mhm.
And I have an adopted Italian mom in New York, so she gave me like my
Oh,
first uh, um, my first taste of Brooklyn. So shout out to Slim Russell. Thank you so much.
awesome.
And that's where I first saw. When I got there, I was like, God, this feel like Oakland. It's in so
Mhm.
many ways, like the diversity, the structure, layout. And then when I
Right.
copped that Q train to Manhattan, I'm like, dang, I'm like in another version of San Francisco. So there's a lot of parallels. So
Right.
years later, what was it? Actually, earlier this year, I told William, I'm trying to really do this whole Brooklyn Oakland thing, and he's
Mhm.
like, "Well, I got a homegirl over in Brooklyn named Therese. I could connect you with
Okay.
her because she was talking about similar things. She just happened to be thinking about the same thing, and
Right.
she'd been here to Oakland last year, year before last, in San Francisco." So
Mhm.
that's kind of like how that started, and we just kept chopping it up and decide to just really pursue it. So Oakland has 7 sister cities in other countries. Everybody
Okay.
always pair Oakland, Brooklyn, talking about this similar feel, and but never
Definitely.
pursued it as an official sister city. So this was our first attempt, and some people, even in my own city,
Mhm.
don't know that East Oakland actually used to be called Brooklyn, California.
Oh, wow, I
Uh,
didn't know that.
yeah, a
Mm.
lot of people don't. So during the gold rush, Oakland, East Oakland,
Mhm.
regular Oakland, downtown Oakland was founded in 1852. East
Okay.
Oakland got annexed. It was called Brooklyn, California, named after a ship that came from New York that transported Mormon settlers to San
Wow.
Francisco in the Bay Area,
Mhm.
docked in Oakland for a period of time, and then shipped back. So that's a little bit of history about East Oakland, and then in 1870 it got annexed with Oakland and got renamed East Oakland. So it's just a little fun fact.
Wow. Thank you.
you
Thank you
know?
for sharing.
Yeah, definitely. So that's what I kept saying. There's just so much vibe and similarities, and
Similarities.
what's
Mhm.
called parallel connections.
Right.
So anyway, fast forward, we had to have your work. We created like
Mhm.
a window installation where we have in one window all the photographers of Brooklyn covering like the COVID and the protests and all the civil
Mhm.
unrest. And then we have the same thing on the other side in the other window with Oakland, just to kind of let our audience know
Okay.
that there's a parallel. And, in our
Right.
discussion, it's like everybody always talk about gentrification and all these other things
Mhm.
on the local level. We like this is happening everywhere. It happened in the '60s, in the Fillmore and Brooklyn and Spanish Harlem and
Right.
7th Street in Oakland. We had a lot of famous celebrities come through 7th Street. It was like the small Black Wall Street. And
Wow.
during the urban renewal and everything in the '60s, all these places got affected with gentrification at the same
Mhm.
time. And then fast forward, we're dealing with the same thing now. So that's kind of a
Yeah.
little reason why we have to do this. So getting back to your amazing photograph.
Mhm.
Can you tell us about that particular photograph and when did this take place and what was the gathering related to?
Yeah, it was actually the first protest that I attended, after being quarantined and everything. So I was very nervous and, I tried to keep my distance away from the crowd and everything. Um, yeah, but I don't know, I saw like him and I asked him to if I could make his portrait. And then like these other two people, I love the woman, um, and the little kid, the boy that's in the photograph as well.
Yeah, me too.
Just because, yeah, like obviously I didn't get their attention, but it's just I don't. And his shirt just like really just called out to me. Black History is now, and I felt it was definitely a historical moment. Just
I,
everything that happened and.
hmm I feel like you captured it perfectly. I almost rather they didn't look in the camera because
Mhm.
they're important, but the main one with the message on the shirt just it really as an audience, my eyes, I see everybody, but my eye goes straight to the one that has the
Right.
strongest message of them all. And I always love photographs where you got all these things going on, but then your eyes stop.
Mm-hmm.
It goes right to the main person with the most important message, which
Right.
Black history is now, because it's like we talk about Black history, but we're also creating a history that those that come after us is going to talk about. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Black history is now, and so I think you signaled
Definitely.
the right subject in the photograph to just kind of like give us a
Yeah.
pause.
To focus on. Yep.
That was well executed. It was
uh
really well executed, and I see the other gentleman next to his lady on the bike with the bricklet hat. I was like, oh, we got that in there too.
I didn't even notice that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I stared at it for the longest. He got that bricklet on his cap. I was like, yep,
Yep.
represent,
That's like
baby.
perfect. Yeah.
I told you it's a lot of good stuff going on in this photograph. So,
Aw.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you. And so have you captured? What was it like capturing like um, like a series of protests in Brooklyn, and what
Mm-hmm.
was the experience like?
Um, it was a lot. Just like I'm saddened to see that we're back here fighting the same problems we had back in 2014 and just like repeatedly
Hmm.
throughout history. Um,
Hmm.
but like I was definitely happy to see that we're all coming together to fight for injustice and against police brutality and yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Well, your work is amazing, and you definitely capturing the moment of what's going on. Like I said, seeing it for the first time, I almost feel like I'm
Mhm.
there, and that's the power of photography. So.
Definitely.
Mhm. So, can you tell us, I ask every artist this question, what does recovery mean to you? It could be like history, preserving culture, it could be personal, like what does recovery mean to you?
um it means for me to I guess so sorry.
No, take your time.
uh, recovery to me means I guess to take back what's ours and to rebuild.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel that during this most recent pandemic, we lost our freedom. And although quarantining was necessary, like um, to prevent the the spread of COVID and everything, we voluntarily gave it up. So I think we need to kind of reimagine like what freedom looks like. I guess on multiple levels too.
Hmm.
Just like as you said, about gentrification and I also feel like it's really important for us to recover our communities and to rebuild and, to kind of come back stronger and more resilient.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Well spoken, well spoken.
Uh-huh.
So, I like it. That speaks for me.
Excellent. Thank you.
So, I guess my one other question is, please let our audience know where they can find more of your work. Website, Instagram. Let us know
Yeah.
where we can find you.
I feel like Instagram is probably the most current and up to date. So that's, yeah, Kay Hickman Photography. That's Khickman, and then photography. Also, my email is, my website is www.kayhickman.com.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so
Awesome.
much. And
Thank you so much,
thank you.
Eric. Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
amazing.
Thank you for being here, being available, so we get to hear you live. And to our audience, again, you can see Kay Hickman's photograph at Joyce Gordon Gallery, 406 14th Street in downtown Oakland. Our hours are Wednesday through Saturday, 12 to 5. We're in compliance with the Alameda County Health Department. So we got hand sanitizers, masks, we got everything you need. If we
Excellent.
close, walk by the window and you will see Kay Hickman's wonderful photographs. So,
Awesome.
and also you can see it here online as here, www.rootsartistregistry.com /recovery act. Roots plural artistregistry.com /recovery act, and you can see Kay Hickman's work. Kay, thank you so much for being
Awesome.
available, and we appreciate you.
Thank you, and I appreciate you and the rest of your team. You guys are
All
amazing.
right, thank you.
All right.
All right, you
Take
have a
care.
good one.